Hi, welcome to yet another episode of PhotoshopLightroomTV. I'm your host Marek Mularczyk and welcome to episode 40 of PhotoshopLightroomTV. We had a short break, Easter break. I hope you enjoyed your Easter, I hope you had a great time and now you're ready to get back to work and do some cracking with Photoshop, Lightroom and Adobe Bridge. Okay, just before Easter we had a big announcement from Adobe. Adobe announced Creative Suite 5.5. A new major upgrade to Creative Suite products. Now this doesn't change anything within Photoshop. Photoshop still stays the same. So nothing new in Photoshop or Bridge or in Lightroom. Lightroom is not a part of Creative Suite. Okay, so nothing in our case. And now let's jump into some more tips, tricks and tutorials in our Photoshop Lightroom TV. On the Easter break I went to North Wales and I'm going to share some images with you on my blog. So I've got a post on the blog about North Wales and some images from North Wales. Fantastic place, beautiful countryside. If you live in Britain or if you ever come to Britain, you definitely need to go and see Wales, especially the north part of Wales with Snowdonia, but also the south part with Brecon Beacons. Okay, so let's jump into Lightroom. Our first tutorial will be in Adobe Photoshop Lightroom, Lightroom 3, but it also applies to Lightroom 2, and I'm going to show you how to sort images so you could just look at your images, master folders, or videos, and also how to rename them. That's what I usually do after importing the images, then I sort them and rename them. Okay, let's jump into Lightroom. Okay, here I am inside Adobe Photoshop Lightroom, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how we can do a bit of organizing here in Lightroom, how we can preview just master photos, master images, or videos, or images and videos, and how to rename them as well. So here I am inside my catalog. I'm looking at the folder called London and Wales from last week. They have question marks because I keep all the images on external hard drive, and this external hard drive is not connected to my computer. I can still see all of them because I keep my catalog on my internal hard drive on my laptop. So I'm not going to connect my external hard drive because I don't need to do any editing. I'm not going to use the develop module, and within the library module I can easily just rely on the previews from the catalog. That's why they all have these question marks. We'll be using the library filter. Now if you don't see it, go to View Show Filter bar, or you can press # key on the keyboard. This will open the library filter. At the moment it says none, so there are no filters here. So what I'm looking at is everything within my Wales folder. Images and video as well. This is a video, that's a video, okay, and these are images, okay. What I want to do now is I want to see just the images, just the photographs. So I'm going to open the library filter and I will navigate to Attribute. And here I can sort using the flags, rating, star rating, colors, but also kind. And the three icons here, the master photos, the virtual copies, and videos. So if I click here on master photos, now I'm looking at all the master photos only. And I can scroll down and there are no videos here, just the images, just the photographs, and there's 175 of them. It says 175 of 190, which means I've got 15 videos or maybe some virtual copies as well. Yeah. Right, I'm going to deselect it by clicking on it. So now I'm looking at everything once again, and I'll click on the video icon, so I'll look at videos. And these are my videos. So there are 15 videos, 15 of 190. That's correct. Okay, I'm going to deselect again, and I'll click on virtual copies. No, nothing here, no virtual copies. I'm going to deselect it. Now, let's see what happens now. I'm going to select videos and master images as well. So I can also preview master photos and videos. How cool is that? So you can sort it out. Okay, I'm going to remove all these filters, so I'm looking at everything in here, And to rename the files, I use a keyboard shortcut. First of all, I want to select all of them. So I'm going to select one, and I'll just use Control A, Command A on the Mac, or you could go to Edit, select all, the usual keyboard shortcut found in every application I know. Now to rename the images, I'll just press F2 on the keyboard, and this will open renaming dialog box. There's loads of presets here. The one I use is Custom Settings. Okay. I can edit it by selecting Edit here from drop-down menu and make some changes. You can use any parts here you want. You can use file name, sequence, title. Okay. So here I can use date. Okay, really easily. Or metadata. Anything from the metadata. Okay. I could just insert it. I'm just going to press cancel here. And I use custom text. For this case, I use 2011 _ 04 because it's April, and underscore, and then the start number. Okay. Okay. And then when you press OK, what's going to happen is Lightroom is going to rename all the files which go order. So now I've got images that start from 51 and go to 240. Okay. And that's how you do some organizing and renaming files within Lightroom. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Okay, welcome back. This was our first tutorial in Lightroom on organizing your images and videos and renaming them. So a bit of organizing stuff. Now let's jump into Bridge. Now I've got a tutorial about Adobe Bridge. I'm going to show you how to use Adobe Bridge to import images from your memory card, and some interesting features about importing images into Bridge. Some things we can do in Bridge that are also normally done in Lightroom, but you see how much we can do with Adobe Bridge. Now Adobe Bridge is not such a powerful organizer as Lightroom. There are no catalogs, but there's a lot Bridge can do as well for you as a photographer. And Adobe Bridge CS5 shares the same camera raw as Lightroom 3, camera raw 6, the latest version being 6.3. Okay, and after this tutorial we're going to have a tip of the week, and then we'll finish for this week. Okay, let's jump into Bridge and I'll show you how you can import images from a memory card. This time I'm in Adobe Bridge. I'm using Adobe Bridge CS5, and I'm going to show you how you can easily import images using Bridge from a memory card. So I've got my memory card reader connected to my computer. I'm going to plug in my memory card in here. Okay. And because I'm on Windows, this pop-up window comes out. So I'm going to select download images using Adobe Bridge CS5. You can also set it to automatically download images using Bridge CS5 if you want to use it all the time by setting autoplay options. Okay, I'm just going to select download images using Adobe Bridge CS5. Okay, and this will launch import dialog box in Adobe Bridge for the downloader. Okay, if this window doesn't open, you can always go here in Adobe Bridge. This icon here will download the images. Okay, and then you just select the source. This is my memory card, and it says there are 47 files here. Got loads of images and videos, and it's 2.8 gigabytes, and they were taken between 21st and 25th of April 2011. Now, if you may be looking at standard dialog box, so something like that. So what you may want to do is click on advanced dialog so you can see big previews of the images. Okay. Good. And you can preview the images here. Okay, you can see the images, right? Just going to make it a bit bigger. Okay. Now, where do you want to save your images? Pictures? You can just browse and save them anywhere you want. I'm just going to save them on a desktop. Okay, and then I'm going to create a subfolder. I can use custom name or shot date or today's date. I'm going to use a custom name and I'm going to call it 04 Wales. Do you want to rename the files? No, I'm not going to rename them. I will rename them later on because I may decide to delete some of the files. I'll keep it as it is for now, but you can rename them. Then advanced options. Open Adobe Bridge. Well, it's already opened, but that's okay. Convert to DNG? No. Delete original files? No. And then you can also save copies. I love this feature. This is like in Lightroom, where application can create backups for you automatically. So I'm going to create another folder on a desktop for backup. So Bridge will automatically create a backup of all these files, the original files that will keep untouched. And then apply metadata. Do you want to apply metadata or maybe none? I'm going to use basic metadata. I've got my name and the copyright information. By the way, if you want to insert a copyright symbol, this will be a tip for you. On Mac, it's Alt-G. On Windows, it's Alt-0169. This inserts copyright symbol on every application on the computer. Now I'll do 2011, and then my name. Okay, and then all rights reserved. And then just click Get Photos. Now I'm going to maybe deselect some of them, so I don't have to import all of these guys. I'm actually going to select the first one, hold the Shift key, select the last one, and then click on this check mark. Quick trick where you can select loads of images at the same time. So I'm only importing 6 files, and these are actually videos. Now I'm going to get rid of these guys as well. So I'm just importing these 3 videos, and I'll click Get Photos. And now Bridge is downloading the videos, the files, from a memory card onto a desktop into a folder called 04 Wales, and it's also creating a backup in another folder on a desktop called Backup. It says copying file. It's copying the first file, mvi_4740.mov. This is the video. Okay, and in just a moment, I can minimize Bridge for now. In just a moment, I'll see these videos here. So this is 04 Wales. Still copying the video. Should appear here in just a moment. And now it's creating a backup copy from the same file. So what it's doing is importing the video onto a hard drive, and then it's creating a backup copy at the same time, and then I will move on to the next file. And that's how you import the files. This is the video, okay, here on a hard drive. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Marek Mularczyk from scitraining.co.uk, one of the UK's leading specialists in Adobe Certified training, and thank you for watching. Okay, this was Adobe Bridge. That's how you import images from your memory card into Adobe Bridge. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let me know. You can drop me an email, go to scitraining.co.uk and navigate to the contacts page. You can send me an email. If you want me to create a certain tutorial, I'll be happy to. Or visit my blog, PhotoshopLightroomBridge.co.uk, and on my blog you can also contact me, and I hope you enjoy the blog as well. I'm posting daily, Monday to Friday. There's always something interesting about Photoshop or Bridge or Lightroom, and I'm gathering information from the other designers and instructors. You'll find loads of interesting tutorials, not just from myself, but from all the other guys out there, maybe even yours. If you have something interesting to share, drop me an email, contact me, and I'll be happy to share it with the world. Okay, now it's time for Tip of the Week. This week's Tip of the Week is in Lightroom. Recently, I got a question, and someone asked me, how do I know whether I run 32-bit or 64-bit version of Lightroom? Well, there's 2 ways. First of all, you see the information when you start Lightroom on the welcome screen, on the splash screen. If you run 64-bit version of Lightroom, on the splash screen that appears when you launch Lightroom, it will say 64-bit version. If it doesn't, it means you're running 32-bit. The other way, once you start a Lightroom, you can go to Help menu and then System Info, and in the dialog box that opens, you'll find the platform, the application, and I will say 64-bit or 32-bit. Alrighty, and that's it. That's it for this week, I'm afraid. I'm Marek Mularczyk from scitraining.co.uk, one of the UK's leading specialists in Adobe Certified training. And for more details, go to scitraining.co.uk. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next week on the next episode of Photoshop Lightroom TV. This will be for episode 41 next week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.